Hey everybody, it's Alex. Long time no talk to. I haven't been on here in a while, and that's mainly because I really wasn't feeling the whole YouTube thing anymore. I know lots of people will say, oh, don't let the comments bother you and this and that. And after years of doing it, it just gets old, and it's not fun anymore, you know, like, I don't know. I just didn't want to do it, and I really just didn't care. But I've had a few people write me and ask me how I'm doing, and to be quite honest, I miss the interaction with you guys, talking back and forth with you guys through the comments and whatnot. So I guess I have some cards that I can share. I really haven't done much shopping that wasn't like food or bills, and that can get kind of boring. So I do have a couple of stamp sets that I've gotten since like March or April or something, but really I haven't done any kind of like fun shopping. So anywho, I tried to write down on my little pad of paper these cards. I was on a roll making them for a little while, but then my shop got busy, and I just didn't have much time, but now it's kind of slowed back down again. So I'll probably be making some more, but I tried my best to write down what was on each card, and I tried to look up the stamp set, because if you watched my other card share videos, I'm always stumbling, and that's another thing that people have something to comment on. So I'm doing my best, and I tried to write it down, you know, what was on each card, in case you wanted to go find it yourself, or you wanted to you know, like dig into your stamps and try and find something similar, or try and use the same stamp set. So anyways, the first card that I have for you guys, I guess I need to turn my page because I have quite a few, is, and I tried to put something nice down here because I don't have a tablecloth on my table, and the table is old and ratty. So, okay, so this is the first card that I made, and I posted a lot of these on Instagram, so you guys that follow me on both might have seen them already, but on Instagram I can control who follows me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't just get random comments like, you know, I don't know, anyways, I could just control people who follows me better on there. So this is a watercolored card, and it's regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's on some watercolor paper from Joann's. Most of these are watercolored, so they're going to be on the same paper, and that's the one thing I didn't write down. It is the Canson XL watercolor cold pressed 140-pound paper. It's this stuff. I had gotten it when I couldn't find my beloved Target watercolor paper, so I bought that from Joann's a little while ago. So anyways, the stamp set that I used was called Happy Trails. The whole thing is the Happy Trails stamp set by Lawn Fawn. I used Distress inks to watercolor everything. Like everything on here has that. I used green stickles on the trees. Then I used Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, and it has like a gold glitter in it. They have a plain one with gold glitter and one with silver glitter, and one time, like a few years ago, I got this. Let me see. This is the plain one. And see, this one I got a few years ago, and it has gold glitter in it. I got it on clearance. So I love glitter, so I usually use the one that has the glitter. It's the same idea as here we go, stumbling. as the glossy accents. Okay, so there you go, for those of you that don't know. So yeah, and then the ink pad that I like to use to stamp to be able to watercolor is the VersaFine Onyx Black ink. So that one is good for watercolor. It doesn't bleed. So yeah, I kind of masked the trees a bit to stamp there, and I, you know, stamped the road, and I just watercolored it all in. The paper, I don't remember. I don't think I remember any of the paper, because some of them I used scraps and stuff, so I couldn't tell you. But that is that card. Then card number 2 is from a newer stamp set that I got. I think I bought it on Amazon for like $6.50 or something with free Prime shipping. It didn't say, or I didn't notice if it said that it was a used stamp set, but judging the packaging and stuff, I think it might have been, but doesn't bother me because it was $6.50. But anyways, so this is the next card, and this is the stamp set. It's by Your Next Stamp, and this one is called Perk Up. And then that's the number there. And it's got really cute little designs, you know, like images on there. It's really cute. So with that stamp set, I made this card. And the sentiment, because these were kind of, I don't know, I didn't really want to use one of these that was coffee related. I don't know, I didn't want to use it. I guess at the time I didn't feel that it was working for me. So, and then I was digging around in my other stamps, and I'm like, well, what the heck is going to kind of go with coffee but not? So I guess I ended up just using this Delicious, and it has like a hashtag in it. And that one is by this one, Laura by Laura. And it's called Dying for Chocolate, and I used that. And the hashtag, oops, it's upside down, that one. Okay, so I don't have all the stamps in front of me to like pull them out and show you, but that happened to be sitting there. So I watercolored these again with the Tim Holtz Distress Inks. I love watercoloring with those. I think out of all of the watercolor things that I have, not that I think say one is better than the other. Like I love my friend Brianna. See, I haven't done a video. For my birthday just passed, and she sent me, I haven't been able to try them yet, but oh my gosh, I was so surprised. She sent me the Gansai Tombi, I think that's how you say it, the 36 color watercolor set, and she sent me the masking pen. I forget how Jennifer Maguire pronounced that, Molotov or something, but it's the masking pen that I have seen Jennifer Maguire use, and now my lighting is getting bad. And then she got me this adhesive eraser. It removes adhesive residue. So anyways, what I was gonna say is the watercolors, I haven't got to try these, so I can't say about these, but the things that I do have, like I have some Inktense watercolor pencils. I have Brianna also got me the what are they called, the koi, there, I think it's koi, or I don't remember now, the watercolor palette. She got me that for Mother's Day, I think last year. And then I have some Recollection stuff and the Tim Holtz stuff, but out of everything, I think I can, minus those Gansai Tambis, because I haven't been able to play with those yet, I can control, I guess. I feel like I have more control over the Tim Holtz inks, if that makes any sense. Sorry, I was like drinking my coffee. Look at that. So yummy 7-Eleven coffee. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why that's like my go-to watercolor, because I feel like I like how I can take like the ink pad and then like rub it on something and pick it up with my watercolor brush. I used to really like using the watercolor brush pen, you know, things like these. For those of you guys that don't know, you just fill it with water. But I didn't feel like I could control the water, even though you're supposed to be able to just squeeze it a little bit and the water comes out. I feel like I do better with like a little paintbrush and don't mind the cracking. These are the Claudine Helmuth ones, but I left them in my cup of water, and that's what happens when you leave them in the water. The black peels off. Not cool. But yeah, that's why the Tim Holtz is like kind of my go-to thing, because I feel like I can control it. I just need to practice more with the other ones. I think that's just what it's going to boil down to. I just need to do it and practice more. Okay, so I showed you that to go with that stamp set. Okay, card number 3 is this card that I made. And this one I made using, this is the Stamps of Life. I think it's called Bubblegum. Yeah, I wrote it down. Bubblegum for Me stamp set. I also used, on the inside, Lawn Fawn's Fantastic Friends. That's the castle, the coral. And this, the bubbles, I don't remember, because like I said, I did this a while ago. I don't remember if the bubbles came, because this bubblegum stamp set has little gumball looking things, or if this was the bubbles that came with the Lawn Fawn set. So I'm not sure about that. But it was on watercolor paper, and I just cut it out. I think I had stamped it to test it, and I ended up liking it, but there was like other scribbles on my watercolor paper, so I just cut it out and glued it onto regular cardstock. The sentiment comes from the Lawn Fawn set. The paper in the background, I have no idea. I watercolored with the Tim Holtz. I put some like bluish stickles on there. Can you see, like on this outline right here? I used a blue like Jelly Roll pen. That's the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic with the glitter that's in there. And I used some right there. So, yep, that is that card. Hey, I did good describing that one. The next one. Okay, so this is a Stampendous stamp set. And lots of these stamp sets don't have names. They just have numbers. So, if you like this stamp set, it comes with a couple other floral flower arrangements. And it comes with like a milk bottle type bottle. The number to that one is SSC1221. And it comes, the jar says hello, and then I believe I stamped my friend. This one, I think I mixed it up, okay? This one is not Tim Holtz watercolor. This one is the little tubes of watercolor that I bought a while back before I even moved here. Yeah, in my other place. They were the tubes of the Recollections, or the Jeeves, not Recollections. I think it was, it wasn't Recollections. They don't have Recollections watercolor. You know, the Michaels Artist Loft, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so the tubes of Artist Loft, they had a watercolor, and then the gouache stuff, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, which is a watercolor, but it's not as, it's more opaque. It's not as like translucent or see-through as a regular watercolor. So it made like this, and you can even feel the texture. It feels different. You're able to like layer color on there, and it looks a little bit different than watercolor, than like regular watercolor. This is regular watercolor, and actually I think that's a Tim Holtz thing I used, because I am partial to this background, like for Tim Holtz. And on the ground, I believe I did that too. And then I outlined it because I thought, oh, it needs something else. So I took my black Jelly Roll glaze pen and I outlined it. And then I put like the little dots on the leaves, and I put some dots on the ground, and I outlined the jar. So that's that. And the paper, like I said, I don't remember. Oh, and then there's yellow stickles inside the flower, so that like would stand out. So there's that card. And then this was like, I made it out of a card. I guess I cut it wrong or something, the card base. So I don't like to throw stuff away, or, you know, sometimes you are doing a card and you don't really like how it's going, and I basically will like walk away because I don't want to give up and I don't want to throw away, you know, like my work that I was doing. So I'll still try to make it work. So this one's obviously smaller. The other ones are like standard, you know, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But this one was trying to do something else and I messed up the cut. So, but he's okay. So this one is a Lawn Fawn gnome. Here, I can try and zoom in for you guys. It's Lawn Fawn from the Gnome Sweet Gnome stamp set. The ice cream here, and that's the cool thing, is that you can take all your little stamp sets and, you know, like, say for example, you took your gnome and then you wanted him to have a coffee cup. Now this one might be a little bit too big, but you can stamp this little coffee cup and put it in his hand, you know? And so I don't get any comments. That's going to the people that want to make cards or don't really make cards and would have just liked to have known. Because I know all you veteran card makers out there probably already know that. So before you leave a comment saying you're not telling me anything that I don't already know, just keep that to yourself. So anywho, the ice cream, yeah, came from the Lawn Fawn Party Animal stamp set. I just stamped it, watercolored it in, and glued it on there. Now, I kind of had stamped him over to the side, and I already did the grass, and I was like, but it looks so plain, it needs something there. And so I guess I just stamped the fence out onto some more watercolor paper, and I cut out the picket fence, and I tried to make it blend in here like he was just standing on the side of a picket fence, I guess. And I glued it down. Then this bird, wait a minute, that fence is from Critters on the Farm, and the bird is also from Critters on the Farm. It had legs, but I cut the leg off as a little chicken, I think, or a little something. Let me see. I don't know if I'd be able to find it. Oh, here we go. I think it was, no, he wasn't from Critters on the Farm. He was from something else. I don't know. It's from one of these sets, and, oh wait, maybe it's this guy. Okay, yeah, it's this guy from the Gnome Sweet Gnome stamp set. See, that's where the gnome is from. And he didn't have legs. I thought I got it from this one and that I cut the legs off. But it's this guy. So anyways, I glued him down as well. And that's all colored with Tim Holtz Distress Inks. And again, for those of you that don't know, these are the Distress Inks. They're awesome for watercoloring. I just adore them to watercolor. I love them. And same thing, I stamp with this. There's other stamp, you know, that you can, there's other ink pads you can stamp with, but this is like so black. I just love how black it is, and it doesn't, you know, bleed with when I put water on it. So then I use Jelly Roll pens, you know, to make some little dots there. And he's got, on his shoes, on the ice cream, he's got some like either Dimensional Magic Mod Podge or some glossy accents, either one of those. The sentiment, I don't remember. So thankful. Oh no, I think it's from one of these little, oh, it's from this one. So thankful for you. This Lawn Fawn, it's called So Thankful. It's from that little set. So there's that card. I don't have a thing on my camera to tell me how long I've been talking. So I'm sorry. Okay, so the next card is this one. Let me zoom out a little bit. This one is the Greeting Farm, and I'm not sure if I showed these stamp. I think I did, but if I didn't, this is the stamp set that it came from. This is one of my newer ones, and it's called Magical Friends. The balloon is from the Greeting Farm Hello Unicorn. It's from that, and then the sentiments from this as well. I colored him in. This is all Tim Holtz watercolor. I wanted these balloons to look like those clear balloons that have the confetti inside, so I stamped a bunch of different color little dots. And then it has glossy accents to make it look like plasticky, like a balloon. Then I used black and white enamel accents to do the ground right there. And I used a black Jelly Roll pen on his hair because I tried to make it like a boy. And then the sequins are, I want to say they're from Joann's. Joann's has a little section and it has these like iridescent sequins and in little packages, and they're really nice. Next one is, I use quite a few different stamps on this card. The Sweet Stamp Shop makes cute little sets like this, and that's where this gnome girl is from right there. So that's from Sweet Stamp Shop. The Small Mushroom was from the Sweet Stamp Shop set as well. Then we have Lawn Fawn Gnome Sweet Gnome. I got the bee from. Let's see. Gleeful Gardens is where I got this. I'm pretty sure, I didn't finish writing it. This like thing here, this thing of grass. And then these mushrooms. Into the Woods is where I got these speech bubbles. That's another Lawn Fawn set, Into the Woods. Joy to the Woods Lawn Fawn set is where I got the squirrel and the acorn. I did Tim Holtz watercolor all over it. We have some white enamel accents. I used some glossy accents on the other mushroom and on her bow and her apron and a little acorn, if you can see that. I used some black Jelly Roll pens and some, I got these Spectrum Noir glitter pens. Not quite sure if I like them as much as the Wink of Stella, but I use them on a lot of the cards, and that's like the glitter that's coloring it. It would come out in like globs. So, but this is all watercolored again with the Tim Holtz Distress Inks. So there's that card. Then there's this one. This one was cut wrong as well, but I didn't want to waste it. So this is supposed to be like a terrarium. And the tank is from Fantastic Friends by Lawn Fawn. The Sweet Stamp Shop makes the stamp set with the succulents. And I didn't write the name of that one down. That one is called Nod to Maud. It's this one. And then it's just watercolored in with some Tim Holtz Distress Inks again. And then I used the clear star and the black Jelly Roll pens, and I went over that with glossy accents. The Have a Fabulous Day, I couldn't remember or find what set that came from. So that's that one. Then there's this one. This one is colored with Prismacolored pencils. And the fireplace is from Cozy Christmas by Lawn Fawn. The flame is from Love You S'more by Lawn Fawn. The log is from Joy to the Woods by Lawn Fawn. The pumpkin is from the little So Thankful stamp set from Lawn Fawn. And then the apple, the pear, and the 2 leaves are from a Paper Smooches stamp set called Gently Seasoned. Then this sentiment is also from Into the Woods, and it's just cut using a die that I have. And it's all, the only thing that's dimensional is that. That's the only thing I did. Everything, it's a 1-layer card. And I put some glitter Mod Podge on those there. And on the flame. So that's that card. I really like that one. I had planned to do other like fireplace ones with different decorations on there, but I didn't get around to doing it. Then this card is Lawn Fawn again. This ghost, the broom, and the hat is from the Booyah stamp set, same as the little Boo sentiment. These tombstones are from Spooktacular. That one I believe was from last year. The Happy Haunting sentiment is also from Booyah, or Booyah, however you want to say it. Then I have some stars that have clear, like glitter embossing powder. That little star came from Spooktacular, I believe. Then I used some glitter pen, the Spectrum Noir glitter pen, which looked like a bunch of blobby stuff. And then I used some rock candy stickles. I don't know if you can see that on there. Kind of made it bumpy, like textured, you know, on the tombstones. And then it's colored with Tim Holtz watercolor, or not, they're not watercolor, but Tim Holtz Distress inks. Use them as watercolors. So, oh, and the sequins are the ones from Joann's. 2 more cards and then I'll be done. So then I did this one. This one, I loved the background. I was trying to do like a sunset. Again, they're Tim Holtz watercolor. It's all one-dimensional. There's no added anything. I just masked stuff off. The houses are from Home Sweet Home by Lawn Fawn. The trees are from the Happy Trails stamp set from Lawn Fawn. And then the ground here is from the Love You S'more stamp set. Now I couldn't find where I got the little pieces of grass. It could be anything. It might not even be a Lawn Fawn or whatever. It might just be some random little set that I had that had grass in it. And then I watercolored it all in with the Tim Holtz Distress inks. The You Are Wonderful came with it's a Stamps of Life stamp set. It was like last month or the one before. It was just sentiments. And I used some clear glitter pen. I don't know if you can see that sparkling on the house. And then I used, well, I watercolored it in, but then I flicked I took some pigment and I mixed it in water and then I flicked it, the paintbrush. So that's what that is. And then the last card, okay, this one, I don't have her in the packaging. I got this stamp from the flea market, but I want to say she's Stamping Bella, and I want to say she's quite a few years old, but she was still very cute. This Hey Friend is Paper Smooches. You can always tell their font. It's so cute. But I colored her in with Distress inks, and then I splattered well, I kind of masked her off. I did like a rough mask with some Post-it notes, and then I splattered ink everywhere. And then I did the clear star, and there's black, and then there's a couple like little purple, I forget what color I used, of pens. And then I have some stickles on her, or not stickles, glossy accents on her earrings. So, oh, and then I went over the Hey Friend with the glaze pen. It kind of gives it like a raised feeling. So those are all my cards. And real quickly, that was a new stamp set that I had. That's a newer stamp set. I just showed you this one. And then I got these two. I think I showed these to you already, but just in case I didn't, there's those. And then this came from Amazon. It was like $6.99 or something. And then I got this one from Michaels a little while ago. It was 50% off. It was either 50% off or I used a 50% off coupon. I got it for like $5. It was like $4.99. But you can, like, you know, mix and match their bodies. And I made this Halloween tag with it using Tim Holtz watercolors, or Distress inks as watercolors. Oh, here's another one of the unicorns. And then this came in the mail for the Stamps of Life, but I canceled my subscription, so I won't be getting any more to share with you guys. This was the last one. So I really wasn't. This I thought was cute. It's so big, and that's my problem. I can use it as a tag. I can punch a hole and use it as a tag, but other than that, I wasn't liking most of their fonts that they came out with. I mean, not that they were horrible or ugly, or they just weren't what I was looking for. Like, I really wish like Lawn Fawn or somebody would do something similar to that this company did. That would be fantastic. But anyways, super long video. It was nice talking with you guys again. I hope you guys enjoyed my cards. Hopefully I'll be back to making some more. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Pretty soon, really soon, hopefully. Okay guys, bye.